over here and being with us. But I mean, how good is Andre Reed at 36?
Andre Reed he was great at 35, so I'm sure he's great at 36. I think it's a great addition to the team. I think until Michael gets back, he'll fill in and do a very, very credible job, a great job. He's a future Hall of Famer.
Exactly, and I tell you what, he's only going to be a plus. But when we talk about plus, everyone week in and week out is talking about the bad play of the special teams. But on Sunday, there are the special teams. You look at this, James Thrash, a 49-yard kickoff return, allowed only 44 yards on kickoff returns. I mean, punt coverage was pretty good. Conway was 1 for 1. Now, let's say, how you'll give me your assessment. Did the special teams step up to the plate?
Oh, I think they did. I think the special team stepped up. I think they had to step up. I'm sure there was a very dark and quiet meeting on the first day back of films. I'm sure there are a lot of people that didn't want to be in there that day, and I know they made some adjustments and moved some people around, but you definitely have to have your special teams killers, your headhunters, to get down there and block and break wedges and make the plays. I mean, excuses about getting out of lanes, it's unacceptable. I mean, everybody's getting paid to do their job, and you just have to have the people to step up.
Conway had one in the end zone, Tony, just for you, babe.
Conway,
you asked for it.
waiting.
You called for it.
He's been waiting.
He had one in the end zone.
If you heard, okay, as you heard before we take this break, Mike made the point that Conway had one in the end zone. When we have our special teams player of the week, let's see who it is. We'll be back in a minute.
The Defensive Player of the Week has been made possible by Thrifty Car Rental, the latest models at affordable prices for business or pleasure.
Ed has a slice. That's why he banks at Allfirst. We know there's a life attached to every account. We know that everyone's goals are different. So we make things as flexible and as human as we can. We put you first.
Oh, yeah.
Because what works for you may not work for Ed. Golf, for instance.
For $10, you can join AARP. $10. You get a magazine, you get a newsletter, you get a card. You get 2 cards, because when you join, your spouse joins free. You get lots of benefits, too, when you travel and close to home. It's only $10. When was the last time you got so much for so little? So go ahead. Why not give AARP a call?
I want to start investing. I heard about these new inflation-indexed I-bonds from the U.S. Treasury that guarantee a return above inflation.
Well, we don't offer them, but there's this new stock.
It guarantees a return.
Wow, no.
Look, I want an investment that's guaranteed to stay ahead of inflation like the I-bond, that's safe like the I-bond, and will let me get started with as little as $50.
Like the I-bond.
Right.
Present for you, Fido, for that nice new car that won't go. And all your car guy says is, I don't know. It's the new Consumer Action Handbook, free from the government. Listen, with this puffer, you'll get repairs repaired, wrongs righted. Look, companies, government agencies, names, numbers. Now nobody will treat you like a dog. Call for yours toll-free, 1-888-8-PUEBLO, or log on. It's a consumer's new best friend.
Redskin Magazine's Special Teams Player of the Week has been made possible by Geico Direct. Call 1-800-DIRECT-1 for the affordable alternative.
Speak of upsets, that was a major one. I mean, Conway did not get it, and Mike was in the selection booth. That's unreal. Mike, I have to talk to you on that now. Can you and Conway still go out to dinner this week? Is it still on?
Well,
I mean, this is the first 1 out of 7 times.
I just want to ask you something. I want to, since we're touching on special teams, not to avoid the question, but Conway gets it because he deserves it, because special teams have been so up and down, mercurial, as it were.
And he brings you that white envelope.
That's
right, exactly.
Let me ask you a question. Now, James Thrash obviously had a better game than Deion Sanders on special teams. What's wrong with Deion? Can we talk about that?
Punt returns. Thrash is
But I mean, he was missing coverage. He was being juked out. He was being faked out. It wasn't just the fact that he missed some things. It was, I just don't think he prepared for the game.
I don't know if it was preparation. I think it was the whole situation and the different things they were doing, and then playing on the turf is a whole different ball game. So for that, and I'm not making excuses at the same time. What I'm saying is,
sounds like it.
what I'm saying is, I think it was the whole situation, and I don't think you should clump them together and say he did not prepare. Everyone has a bad game. I mean, I'm about the only person I know didn't have one in 14 years. So you know,
and maybe he.
But all joking aside, Gary and Daryl can tell you, you are going to have games like that. But what we need to do as fans, as well as the media, is not jump on that and focus on this is a wake-up game, a game that they really probably needed to lose to see that it is still some work to be done.
Sure.
And with that being said, you look at this as only one game, the second game of the season. A lot of those teams that were 2-0 last year at this time did not even go 500, so it's not important. It's important to prove each and every week. If this continues to happen with Deion, then I will be concerned. As far as punt is concerned, Donna, tell me, the coverage has been very good. Yeah. You've had two excellent kickers, and Hansen did this, not Hansen, but the punter for Detroit did the same thing last year. He's one of the top punters in the league from giving them high and giving his coverage time to get there.
Well, you said it, Tony, because they know that Deion is an outstanding punt returner. So what do? You either kick it away from him, or you kick it up in the air where you give your team time enough to get down there. And every time, if you notice, they got down there just in time where Deion did not have any room to run the ball back. So he hasn't got a chance to let it loose yet. And I believe that still the blocking has to get better for him.
Well, you have to go lateral. I think he has to go lateral on his return.
When you say lateral, what are you saying?
But I mean, he needs to start right to left, start one way, and then bring it back, because he has that type of speed now. When he takes it, say he catches in the middle of the field and he goes right. If there's nothing in the right, you continue to go right. But if you bring the whole special team defense with you and you bring it back across the field, it's going to be a huge gap. He's not utilizing his speed the way he can. And you know, in Dallas, they had better blocking schemes for the special teams.
Yeah.
So he has to utilize the way we did with Darryl Green. When he used to put Darryl in, the blocking scheme, as Darryl Grant would tell you, was nothing. Get out of Darryl's way. He created his own return. He start one way and use his speed to bring it all the way back. So no one's going to...
Well, he tried to do that, but they caught up. But if you notice, when Deion catches the ball like anybody else, he waits, and then he kind of like scouts the whole field to see what's open, and then he takes off. But that particular game, the coverage was down there already because of the punts that way. But like you said, he needs to utilize his speed, but he was nicked up a little bit in that game, too.
Because, I mean, trust me, Deion's a great returner.
Oh, yeah.
I think
he will come around. We don't have to worry about that.
Exactly.
Oh, no.
And I think also what you fans have to realize, Deion is acclimating himself to the returns as well as the return team to him. Let's take a call right now. Barrington from Alexandria. Welcome to the show.
Hi, Tony. How you doing?
Good, and you? You have a question, Barrington?
Yes, I do. Basically, it's a kind of a statement. I don't think bringing in a new receiver right away is going to solve any of their offensive woes. They got guys. They got a wily veteran already in Fryer. They got Colin the Thrash that can catch the ball. The problem is getting the ball to them. The other thing is they need to get back to Redskin football. Let those no-voo hogs block and drive that ball and let Stephen Davis soften them up. Then they can go deep.
Thank you very much for your comments. Let me say the former, you look at it as, okay, you have three wide receivers, but Gary, you know better than anyone, you cannot play with three wide receivers, especially when one of them is your kickoff man. You could very easily get someone nicked, and then you have four wide receiver packages that you need to utilize.
The reason Andre's coming in is because, you know, Westbrook is hurt. That's the main reason that they brought Andre in. And you bring in a quality receiver as Andre Reed. James Thrash and Tom, he'll become a great receiver, I'm sure, but he's not Andre Reed. That's just the bottom line. You're just making your team a better team, and you have to do that.
Do you think, as a defensive lineman, you hate to see big offensive linemen running the ball? Should we get back to Redskin football and just running it 40, 50 times a game? I know I used to love to see it when I was sitting on the bench drinking Gatorade after two or three sacks during the game, you know.
Oh, definitely. Hey, when you're sitting there sipping and watching the offense move the ball down the field, that's a great thing. I think Washington's offense is a ball control, clock control type of offense. I think that's one of the things, you know, I'd like to see him get the ball deep, but I just don't see a barn burner out there, man. I just don't see the deep game.
Can I ask Donna a question? Donna's got the inside sources. May I ask you guys?
Donna's source has been wrong ever since last year. You know what?
All right, you got a guy.
Gary got the sources. Now,
okay,
Gary's
Gary.
the man.
Look
Hey, you notice how many times Gary been on this show recently? Gary has the sources.
Look at Champ Bailey. You saw the interception he made. You saw the interceptions he had last year. Phenomenal leaping ability, phenomenal presence when the ball is in the air. Now you've lost Westbrook. The future is now. Why don't you play Darrell Green more in a starting role and let Champ play on the offensive side of the ball and start winning some ball games? This kid is very talented. He's very fast.
What happened if you lose Champ if he gets hurt and he's playing so many teams now? Did you see that formation with the New England Patriots where they had 4 receivers, 3 on one side, 1 on the other? You need 4 great defensive backs. Champ Bailey right now is coming into his own as a defensive back. Do not take a chance on losing him because he's been maybe the best cover at this point in time. Darrell Green is playing great.
Green looks
and
great.
I tell you, you have 3 great corners. You have to have that in this game, and you can't afford to have any of them nicked.
Tony, talking about the receiver, now Westbrook is a big receiver. I mean, this is a big target. Andre Reed is not your big target like Westbrook. How will that change that offensive game, too? Even though Andre Reed is an outstanding wide receiver, he's not a Michael Westbrook still as far as the big
but
body.
You know what? I had to go with Gary on that. You got a man,
so
and you know what?
How will it change the game some?
Hey, see, Gary's sources are eating you up. Leave it alone, Donna. You can't beat them. Hey, tell her, and not only that, Gary, tell her about how this man, and the one thing they may miss with Michael that they will not miss, someone to go across that middle consistently. And Andre Reed made a living doing that. So bringing him in, they are covering that middle ground again, and you have to have that in office. Let's take another call right here. Baby from D.C., welcome to the show. I remember Baby calling a couple of years ago. How you doing? You have a question?
Yes, sir. For that deep ball, do you think Brad Johnson should have been pulled out of there behind him interceptions again? It seems how he can't get the ball deep like the lady said. He's not getting it there.
Thank you. Everybody, one game. One game, Mike, and they want to pull. I mean, wait. You guys now. Are you wearing the same suit that you had on last year in the playoff game?
Wait a minute.
You can't go back to last year. I mean, okay. I mean, why are you going back to last?
Something is wrong with his arm.
Why am I asking somebody to jump teams already?
He cannot get the ball with zip over 30 yards in the air. Something is wrong. I'm sorry. Everybody thinks that.
Let's bring in the psychic here. Gary, what do you think? I mean, as a wide receiver, the last thing you want to happen is this quarterback this week, this quarterback next week. You have to be consistent. You have to ride out this storm, do you not?
And I mean, there's a lot of times as a receiver. I know even with Jay Schrader, not a lot with Rip, but with Joe T, even with Doug Williams, a lot of times on a long ball, we were turning around and catching the ball going backwards. So that tells you they're not hitting us in stride. With the exception of Rip, a lot of times we didn't get hit in stride. We was catching the ball coming back this way. So a lot of it has to do with the passing schemes, I believe. You got to move the defense away from where you want to throw the ball. You know, we ran a lot of rollouts and then we throw back against it. So it's a lot of it's role playing, acting out as a receiver to get open, to get deep. It's not a speed thing. Everybody keeps thinking you got to be speed, 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 and I was never fast, you know, but I call a lot of deep balls. It's not a speed thing. It's deception in what you're doing from the coach on offense outsmarting the coach on defense. That's typically what it comes down to. It's not the quarter. I mean, he doesn't have to have a strong arm.
And as you know, in championship teams, that never happened. Defense always wins. We'll take a call. Kevin from Annapolis. Welcome to the show, Kevin.
Thank you.
You have a question very quickly.
You guys have already touched on it, but I want to reiterate it. Darrell Green, the fastest guy in the league still today, is coming on second and third downs when Deion Sanders, even though he's fast, is getting smoked for the last 2 games in a row. Bring the man back in and put Deion on the side.
Thank you very much. That's pretty strong. Now, I don't know if he was smoked the first game. He had one pass caught against him, so that was not smoked. The last game, it was difficult. But it's just like the quarterback. You can't just start switching these people back and forth, can you?
No, I don't think so. I think, you know, Deion had a little bit of an off game there, but, I mean, he's a great cornerback, and I don't think people have challenged him in a while, and he might have just fallen asleep a little bit, but I bet you'll see a different Deion this week. He's a great competitor, so I know he's going to rise to the occasion, and I know that Dallas is probably going to try to challenge him as well, so I think you're going to see a whole different game.
How bad's his ankle?
And you may be true, and I think he got kicked on that, and that's what I wanted to say to you fans. If you saw when he was kicked in the end zone, he was limping pretty bad, and once you get a bad ankle on AstroTurf, it's hard to cut, and that's what was happening.
And they're kind of expecting God from him, too. I mean, they expect him to go out there and donut, you know, good receivers and great receivers. It's not going to happen. I mean, Deion was getting schooled for 100 yards games back when he was a rookie, back in his third year, fourth year, fifth year. It's not going to change later on in his career. I think the key is that he plays consistently and he breaks up more passes than are caught on, which he will. I mean, it's Deion. He will come through. He always does.
That was a great thing when he said break up, because we have to take a break here, but you can find out how you can hear about our Speakers Bureau. But wait, let John Butler take us out. He didn't get the opportunity. That was a great song he was saying, especially since he mentioned my name. John, take us out.
Relive the glory days of the Super Bowl Redskins. If you or a member of your organization would like to book a Super Bowl Redskin or a member of the Redskins Magazine staff or show, call the Redskin Magazine Speakers Bureau at 703-723-3388.
We're going to tell you how rewarding working at 7-Eleven is. Then we figured, let the employees tell you themselves.
My hours are flexible, so I have time for other things.
The pay is great, I have excellent benefits, and there's opportunity for advancement.
It was easy. I called 1-800-7-Eleven-JOBS, and I was interviewed over the phone.
Working at 7-Eleven is fun, and the people are great.
Perfect. Let's do it again for real now.
You're kidding, right?
7-Eleven. We told you you'd want to work here.
This is a rental car. It's just a car, not even your car. So what's the big difference when you're choosing? Price. You search, get the rates, and what you're really looking for is a great car at a low rate. That's Thrifty. So the next time you need a rental car, call Thrifty. Just what you want, just Thrifty.
Rent a Dodge Caravan or similar for a week for just $249.95 and get the Rand McNally Tripmaker CD-ROM just for asking. Call 703-THRIFTY and ask for the van rate.
Now get Touched by Love, a new 36-song collection of the most popular soft rock hits.
I love you. I honestly love you.
Sometimes when we touch, you'll feel the magic of love in every song. Touched by Love is not sold in stores, so order now. Call toll-free now for Touched by Love. 2 cassettes, $19.98, 2 CDs, $26.98, plus $4.95 shipping. Call now.
Redskins Magazine wishes to thank the Leather Center, #1 in leather seating, for the program's leather appointments. For the best in leather furnishings, call 1-800-MY-COUCH.
And join Tony McGee and his crew Thursday, September 14th. Tony McGee, Gary Clark, Joe Jacoby will appear at Charlie's Restaurant, Waterfront Cafe at 6:00 p.m. Friday, September 15th, Gary Clark and Mark Mosley will appear on the Courtyard from 12 p.m. until 2 p.m. And don't forget, September 20th, Tony McGee and George Starks will be at Whitey's in Arlington at 7:30.
Well, if you look at those appearances, you know we're doing a lot now, and we've been going to a lot of sports bars, and we've been having this sports bar challenge. This is a heated rivalry. We cut one last week. We're down to 13. We're going to cut 3 more. We'll end up with 10. Whoever wins that, we will make an appearance at their place during the Super Bowl week. We need to start looking at the tallies now, and look what we have for this week with the game coming up for tonight. If we could get those up there, I'll go through them. Whitey's, they're 1-1 right now. And Amy picked the Patriots last night. Well, Amy, they almost did it. Crystal City Sports Pub, they picked the Jets. Blue Iguana, we'll talk about them a little later. Tino's Restaurant, they picked the Jets last night. Everyone was winning. Alpine Restaurant with Armano, he picked the Jets. Club Elite, Jets. Steiner Well, Jets. Bull Feathers, Jansen, Jets. Lulu's, Jody, I'm sorry, you picked the Patriots. Rock Bottom Brewery, Patriots. Greavy, Jets. Green Turtle, Patriots. And the Shark Club, the Jets. Now we kind of left one out, the Blue Iguana, because as you know, it's our practice each and every week to bring on individuals and talk a little bit about why they picked people. And we got Jason McClellan from the Blue Iguana. And you guys were pretty smart. Welcome to the show. Right now you're 1-1 and you're trying to win that appearance by us. And when you picked the Jets, I want to make sure it was a pick of science. Why did you guys pick the Jets?
Oh, of course, you're going into this year. They had a great team last year. They kind of went down early because Vinny went out, and Vinny's come back strong. He had a nice preseason. Tony Martin, they're playing the Patriots, and they're playing in New York. And it's a pretty tough rivalry there, especially with Big Tuna and Bill Belichick. So it's interesting.
This guy is vying for a place up on the set here, so don't listen to everything he say. What's happening over at the Blue Iguana? I know you do a lot during the season for sports. You and Bill Lucas over there, and I understand you have some exciting things happening.
Exactly. What we do for Sunday and Monday for the football, we run half-price wings, half-price burgers. We do buckets of beer. Hey, it's a good time over there. We have fun.
Is that where Mike comes over and Conway pay him off for that player?
Buckets of beer.
Buckets of beer.
I've never heard of a bucket of beer before.
Yeah, exactly.
That's something else.
Yeah, we always see the white envelopes passed on the table between those two.
Now, where are you located?
We're located in Fair Lakes. It's Fairfax, Virginia. And come down anytime. Telephone number is 703-502-8108. So
now, if we win the appearance, will we have a crowd of people there looking for us?
Oh, yeah.
Is there anything you want to ask